October the 31st, 2025. As you're looking at news this morning from Breitbart, and we've talked about this for weeks now, about the spending bill not getting voted for, and that Trump had called in the past for possibly the nuclear option, and that would be to end the filibuster. And so last night, that's what he did. He called on the Republicans to end it, initiate the nuclear option. Says the president has called or issued his call for an end to the filibuster from his Truth Social account on Thursday night. That was last night. The one question that kept coming up, however, was how did the Democrats shut down the U.S. of A., and why did the powerful Republicans allow them to do it? The fact is, in flying back, I thought a great deal about that question. That's why Trump wrote on Truth Social. Remember, he flew back from Asia yesterday. And anyway, Majority Leader John Thune and Speaker of the House Mike Johnson are doing a great job, but the Democrats are crazed lunatics that have lost all sense of wisdom and reality. I guess that's about as close as you can say it. Throw a little bit of evil in there and you got it. It is a sick form of the now legendary Trump derangement syndrome that only comes from losing too much. He's a great troller. They want trillions of dollars to be taken from our healthcare system and given to others who are not deserving, people who have come into the country illegally, many from prisons and mental institutions. This will hurt American citizens, and Republicans will not let it happen. The president concluded that the time is now for the Republicans to play their trump card and go for what is called the nuclear option. Get rid of the filibuster and get rid of it now. Now, as of yesterday, they had signed out basically into a Monday at 2 p.m., I think. They work from Tuesday to Thursday, and they complain about that many hours, both sides. Now, one thing about it, or a couple of things about this, is the shutdown is being felt already. You've got people that will not get their ABT cards unless something happens over the weekend. And from my understanding, last week we found out that if the funding was not initiated by the 27th of October, that it could not be put in there in time with this weekend and all coming up for it to be in there for the November SNAP cards. Now that program needs to be completely eliminated. Tear up everything, throw it away, start over, and then start with the very most needy people. I'm not talking about somebody that has 8 mamas, daddies, and 8 kids. Okay, trying to get $3,000 or $4,000 a month. Don't let that happen. Start with the veterans and the disabled, people like that, and the elderly. Recheck everything. We found so much voter fraud now that 56% of all illegals that are here are on health care and SNAP. So, and a lot of times Section 8 housing, or even upscale from that into hotels. Well, we get nothing but our taxes increased. Again, I don't care if they wait another month to do it. I'm 70 years old. I could probably get on SNAP, but I still work. I still enjoy my job. And I enjoy not having to be so dependent on the U.S. government or any government. But if I can do it, there's a lot of people that are not 70, that don't have some of the health problems that I have, that can do it too. So again, I don't care again if it takes 6 months. Let it happen. You're going to see, first of all, a lot of illegals going back home because they're hungry. Right now, the Democrats want all these trillions of dollars to go in and prop them up so they at least stay for the next couple of elections. You got one coming up, for governor, and then you got the midterms coming up next year. So they want to at least fool, cheat, and steal, and keep their illegal votes in place until then. Don't let it happen, Trump. Do not let that happen. That needs to be weeded out. Another thing is we hear it on both sides with these morning meetings from the Democrats and Republicans, that the transit authority and the flight situation with the air traffic controllers, guys, is bad, right? They are working for free. Some are taking second jobs. Some are calling in sick. Well, I wouldn't fly on none of their crappy airplanes unless it was an emergency. Anyway, I've flown across the nation a couple of times, been there, done it. But then we had almost a new fleet of aircraft. I'm talking back in the 80s. Don't care nothing for it anymore. But why are we paying for air traffic controllers? Who's making the money at the airports? Isn't it United Airlines, TW, all the airline companies? In other words, why are we paying for them to make money? Shouldn't that be on them? A lot of you guys are like me, could care less about flying on wore-out airplanes with DEI pilots, crashing everything, right? Are the mechanics the same way? I'm sure we have some good ones, but again, why are we paying for air traffic control when the money goes to the airlines? Does it make sense? Let the airlines equally contribute to their share of the cost of air traffic control. Let them share amongst themselves, I guess, depending on the amount of traffic each one uses. You got a lot of planes coming in, it's going to cost you a little more. Just got a couple, it's not going to be as bad. Get that off the backs of the taxpayers, Trump. It never made sense to me. And a lot of people say, well, we need that government control. But guys, when the government steps in and takes over private enterprises, they always lose. Look at Cuba, look at communism, socialism. But again, that does not need to go back into place. The airline people need to pay for the training, pay for the anything they need, the equipment updates, get it out of the taxpayer's pocketbook. Guys, again, I didn't want to draw this out very long, but it looks, I don't know what they're going to do over the weekend, maybe nothing. Everybody's flown out of town. They worked their 3 long, hard days of standing around with their pants, or with their hands in the pocket of the pants. That's about what it looks like when you watch it on TV. And it's right now, again, a lot of people are saying, well, the Republicans want this vote passed for the spending bill. And for the military, I say that needs to be separated anyway. It never needs to be tied to any spending bill as far as payday. Now, if it's like building a bunch of new stuff or sending money overseas or whatever, that's a different thing. But as far as the payday for the troops, should never be included in anything as lip-hearted as what we've been seeing on C-SPAN. As they drag around, people are going without their paychecks. But again, exit SNAP, and you're going to get a lot of people going back overseas, overseas too, and across the southern border, because they're no longer getting free handouts out of our paychecks. It's really upsetting. And the Democrats and the Republicans do not seem to understand that. How much tax money can they draw from us to keep their elections going? And everybody's kind of sick of that. But again, I don't care if they sign that bill or not. I don't like it the way it is. I still work. Most of you do too, or you're still in the situation of where you're going to make it. But we don't need 50% of what some say 20, 30 million people came in. 56% of those are getting the handouts. How much do you think that's costing us? That's why our taxes and our groceries are so high. And I know it's going to be some physical pain. Some of the stores may be shut down if rioting starts. But guys, this is not really an if situation. Hunger is a direct impact event. In other words, once it hits, it's there till it's ended. Your mom and pop stores, smaller ones, are going to be hit too. A lot of them, not every state does it, but a lot of those they take EBT in several states. I know Mississippi's not one of them. They take these SNAP cards, guys, at McDonald's and KFC and Popeyes. So people are going to get a little healthier, but also those businesses are going to be hurt. They're probably like Walmart. 25–30% of their business comes from SNAP, and they know it. That's why, you wonder why so many of the Popeyes and places like that are in the ghettos. That's where their money comes from, SNAP. But guys, we're going to keep an eye on this. The weather's beautiful here. It's sunny. It is 54 outside. I cannot complain. It's a little chilly, but that's a lot better than being 120, isn't it? Anyway, guys, we're watching this. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of hype about Atlas right now. Every day you see some of the bigger guys that talk about this, or bigger channels. Oh, it's about to hit Jupiter, it's about to hit Mars, or it's about to hit Earth. That's all I've heard. And it's not coming close to any of those three. Now, whether or not it drops off some probes and things like that, we don't know what's going on with it. But it's being so hyped with nonsense that I really back off until I get new images or some definite information about it. Oh, it's doing this, it's doing that, it's a great reunion in the sky. Come on, guys, get it together. Some of these people have no clue what they're talking about. And what happens is when a big event comes around that needs to be paid attention to, and I'm paying attention to Atlas because I want to know what it is. I'm not going to tell you it's about to hit the planets, okay? Or it's going to blow the sun up or whatever. I want to know what it is, but without the hype. And some of the images I have, guys, and especially the last one, there's some kind of mechanical ship involved in that. But guys, I want to re-examine a couple of those images and take a look at them. I've been looking at them since we put them up a couple of weeks ago, and I want to point out a couple of things. That'll be up next. We're watching it. You watch it. Keep an eye on the government. You never know what's going to happen with these guys in D.C. Be safe.